नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today I wanted to clarify few things to the whole world. First thing, when I claim Kailasa, the only Hindu nation, the greatest Hindu nation, territory or boundary or border of the Kailasa is in universe, cosmos. I am not claiming any territory or the land or border on planet Earth. Please understand that very clearly. I am clearly telling you, when I say Kailasa, enlightened civilization, Hindu nation, greatest Hindu nation, the only Hindu nation, all these words mean territory, border, is in universe, cosmos, spiritual space. I am not claiming any land, any territory, any border, any of the planet Earth, or any land owned by any country, nation, border. I am not claiming, I am not asking, I am not fighting, or first of all, I am not claiming, then where is the question of fighting? For any territory, that I wanted to make it clear. Kailasa, the only Hindu nation, the greatest Hindu nation, the greatest Hindu kingdom, the spiritual kingdom is in cosmos, in the universe. And all organizations function under the country laws in which those organizations are registered. Be very clear. First of all, even earlier, I had very little involvement only with Indian organization. But long before, I have disconnected even that for years now. I am neither part of the legal structure, nor part of the administration structure, or giving any instruction to any of the organizations in any world, any part of the world, any country. Even earlier, I was little associated only with Indian organization. After I withdrew from all my public activity, maybe I think last 2 years, almost 2 years now, I am not even legally part of any organization, including Indian organization, and no land is in my name, including the land which was given to me as a hereditary, as a family property. Even that I gave it away to trust, and I am not part of any of the legal structure or organizational structure or administration structure of any organization, anywhere in the world or any country other than India, any country from the beginning I was not part. India, at least last 2 years, completely I am not part of it. I am only a spiritual visionary. I am making it clear. I am only spiritual visionary. Understand very clearly. All these points, I wanted to make it clear to the whole world. I am not claiming any land, any territory, any ground. Listen. Neither me nor Nityananda Sangha claims any land, any territory in any country. We are a peace-loving, happy, blissful Hindu organization practicing authentic Veda Agamic Hinduism, in whichever country Hindus are allowed to live and practice their religion. That's all is the definition of us. That's all is our clear understanding about us internally and externally. And I am not part of any legal structure, administration structure of any organization anywhere in the world. I am just spiritual visionary. For the world, I am, please be very clear, listen to this very clearly. For my devotees, I am Anadi. For the world, I am Anadai. Let it be very clear. பக்தருக்கு அனாதி, உலகிற்கு அனாதை. So let us make ourselves very clear to the world. I am only spiritual visionary. And my only interest is doing more and more spiritual work, initiating people into living enlightenment among all these ferocious, aggressive, vengeful attack going on me and our Sangha all over the world. I am only concerned about whether Atmalinga has reached to all the ashrams and branches, so I can do my Atmalinga Mandala process and initiate people. That's all I was concerned. And I wanted to assure all of you, Atmalinga Mandala process will happen. Even though the people who are haunting us, attacking us, made sure that Atmalingas don't reach all the ashram centers on time by various methods, and I don't want to describe the details, that I'll tell you later. We will have Atmalinga Mandala process and initiation. That cannot be stopped. That cannot be stopped. After Atmalinga reaches all your ashrams and branches and centers, we will have one more morning satsang. In that morning satsang, I will give the physical Atmalinga to every one of you. But the Atmalinga Mandala process and initiation will happen as we scheduled. Understand? Just for doing this spiritual work, I have given up all the samrajyas I created, all the samrajyas gifted to me, and all the samrajyas I have revived. The infrastructure with which I am staying now, even the smallest ashram, I have created as better infrastructure. For me, what is the infrastructure needed? I need a huge deity in front of which I can sit and stare and forget myself and be in samadhi. Kangolada Tiruvuruvam, Perumanin Archavadaram. That is the only infrastructure I need. Kangolada Tirumeni. It means your both eyes should not be able to cover the height and width and the depth and the size of the deity in one look. See, your one look of 120 degree should not be able to cover the whole deity. Only then your eyes will expand and your third eye will be triggered so that the energy in the deity can enter into you. That is why Hindu tradition insists on Kangolla Tirumeni. The deity should be such large size. Your eyes should not be able to capture it in one frame. That is the only infrastructure I need. What else I need? Nothing else. But even my smallest ashram or temple have that infrastructure. I have given up everything just to make myself available for my first commitment. My first commitment to Paramashiva is I will be available always to receive Paramashiva's revelations, Paramashiva Jnana and Vijnana, share with the world and create infrastructure needed for that knowledge to become the applied science experience. Like how you say First Amendment. This is my first commitment to Paramashiva. For the sake of that first commitment, I have given up everything. For the sake of this initiation, I have given up everything. Understand? We will have initiation. Atma Mandala process. We will not be missing that. Once the Shivalingas reach, all the ashrams and temples and adinams and monasteries, the Atmalingas reach, we will have one more morning satsang time where the handing over the Atmalinga will be happening. We will do that, but the initiation cannot be stopped and will not be stopped. So this is first. Second, my Karaikal Ammayar, Meena Joshi. Meena Joshi, I wanted to clarify a few more points to you. Meena Joshi was asking, why is it happening all the time to us? Please understand. There is a lot of misunderstanding and delusion about the Siddhas, enlightened beings I am generating, creating as Gurukul. See how these heroes reborn, heroes move. If you watch the TV serial Heroes and Heroes Reborn, how people are afraid of the superconscious mutants, the same fear they are projecting on my Gurukul kids. Understand? My Gurukul kids have extraordinary powers, but they will do only good to themselves and to the world. We will not do anything bad. Even when we are hurt, attacked, we only maintain absolute non-violence, ahimsa, as our strategy. Love and compassion. Love, compassion and integrity as our strategy. In yesterday's whole attack on my Gurukul Balasans, after seeing the video only, I came to know, just like all of you. Surely I'll call that as attack. there are multiple things to be worried about, to be concerned about. One of the important thing, why were they forcibly made to eat the food which the so-called people, CWC people, brought from outside? Because we know the people who are trying to hurt us, hound our Gurukul, they know if the kids are given non-veg, non-organic, or any other wrong food, the kids will lose powers. Anyhow, I wanted to tell all my Balasans, don't worry, I can reinitiate. If at all you lost powers, don't worry, I can reinitiate. Paramashiva has given me enough powers and Kalabhairava is protecting us, don't worry. I'm assuring our kids that is different. But this side, I wanted to know, first of all, do they have a legal authority to force feed something they bring from outside which is not checked by any of our teachers or mentors? So a lot of questions are there. Lot of answers are needed. Of course, the Gujarat OSJP administration is planning to take everything to court, to the judiciary for justice. Let us see. Meena Joshi, you are asking, why are we even allowing all this to happen in the first place? We should stop even before happening. Understand, it is not possible. You need to know the social structure and legal structure in India. See, just like that, they arrested me in the rape charge in 2010. You can see the arrest slip. It says 376. Read the section. It is a rape. 375, I think, and 375 and 376. 375 is a definition of rape, and 376 is a punishment for rape or whatever. Okay. So, but the arrest was done on rape charge. And they came all the way to the place where I was residing and just doing my tapas. And just to show that they can do anything they want, they arrested. I think they came up to Himachal Pradesh. I forgot the exact place name, and they came and arrested. And after they arrested me, I asked, what for you arrested me? They said, rape charge. I said, can you say whom I raped? No, that now only we are investigating. Meena Joshi, you should know all this is possible in India and no one is answerable for the whole mess. Even now, there will not be any investigation. Why was Nityananda arrested on rape charge when there is nobody saying they have been raped? I asked them, do you have any statement from anybody? See, in Indian law says, you don't have to reveal the original name, you have to change, you can change the name, hide the name of the person who has been raped. But at least like that you should have some statement. It's very funny. After the independence of India, around 360,000 rape cases have been filed till 2010. And I thoroughly did the Google research, and we have done a lot of research on all these. Only rape case, 376, where there is no victim's name or altered name. Even altered, there is no victim. Usually, if there is a victim who got raped, they will announce in the media and search for, hey, we have a victim and we need accused. We are searching for the accused. Where is the accused? Where he is disappeared? In my case, hey, we have accused here. We want victim. Please come, please come. Facebook ad was given. TV ad was given. And newspaper ad was given for calling for victim, saying, you please come, we will give you traveling bus fare and we will keep your name secret. Please come, please come. Meena Joshi, these are all possible in India. You need to know. And nobody is answerable. Now, even now, we have our own evidences. The arrest was done to poison me. It was assassination attempt. In multiple ways, it was assassination attempt. And we have our own evidences how the high metal content was in my blood after some time and how I flushed it out. And we have, but all these cannot be used for any prosecution. You understand? We cannot do any investigation. We can't get any justice. I am making this statement boldly. If they file defamation, I can present this whole thing to the court. With that guts, I am even revealing. Otherwise, you cannot get justice. Meena Joshi, please understand. It's not like your country. In India, nobody is answerable. We have so much evidence on assassination attempts on me, but we can't initiate any investigation. We can't get justice. You need to know that. For example, yesterday's attack on my Gurukul Balasans, my sons and daughters. I wanted to clarify. Sons and daughters is a spiritual term we use. They are not my biological sons and daughters. I don't want all the kids to go through DNA test. That's one more harassment. They'll put, oh, Nityananda claimed all his Gurukul kids are his sons and daughters. So we are doing now DNA test. So let me be very clear. All of them are my spiritual sons and spiritual daughters. Don't even think I am overacting or overreacting. If you listen to all the kids, their videos, understand all the kids talking. I am not giving any opinionated news. I am just giving you facts. If one kid is saying, we can say, oh, that kid has been trained to lie. All the kids are saying simultaneously same thing. All kids cannot be trained to lie. We need to know that. And let us get more details before I give you more conclusions and facts. Roughly, based on the input from the multiple kids through their videos, I can say very clearly, not any opinionated news, facts, simple facts. It was attack, abuse. We will take it to judiciary. The Yogini Sarvagnapeetham administration may take it to judiciary to get the justice. Let's hope we will get the justice. And also the clear conspiracy plan is getting revealed. Understand? Whatever I was revealing, now all that plan is getting clearly proven with evidences. Like, first separating me and the Sangha by constant assassination attempts and the gang coming and sitting inside the campus as we are an open organization, doing all the crimes inside the organization, creating evidences and trying to twist as if the crime is done by me or by my words instigated, attacking the loyal people who are loyal and integrated to the Sangha's core ideology, and making Sangha lose confidence on me, demoralizing them, and their parents and devotees and relatives and friends, pushing the parents and devotees and relatives to pull out all the Adinavasis, and doing witch hunting investigation, spread widespread lawfare, widespread media abuse, spreading left and right, outright lies, abuses, negative false informations using media, social media, and then initiating witch hunting investigations and arresting the administrators, forcing them to confess to the crimes which they have not done, and forcing them to implicate me into the crimes which has not happened. First spreading false informations using social media and media, then filing a false case, then arresting the administrators, Adinavasis, and torturing them to confess to the crimes they have not committed, torturing them to implicate me, trying to find false evidence and saying, oh, it is instruction of Swamiji that this crime has been done. First of all, crime has not happened. Second, Swamiji never gave instruction. But trying to build all these false things, and now it is out in the open very clearly. I am very clearly making this statement after going through enough of evidences and all these kids' videos. The people who are trying to hurt me are trying to use Nityanandita and Tattvapriya as a weapon to file false cases on me. It is now very clear, out in the open, in the air. It is no more a secret. And I'm not shocked. But I am surprised. The whole plan is coming out in the open. And it seems their plan was, once the Tattvapriya and Nityanandita come to the court, after the statement, the people who are trying to hurt that gang was planning to either kidnap them or arrest them in some case and torture them, like how they are now torturing Ma Prana Priya and Ma Priya Tattva. I just wanted to thank Priya Tattva's parents and family, Ma Prana Priya's parents and family, for standing tall. I want to assure you all, Kala Bhairava will protect my kids. Kala Bhairava will protect. Kala Bhairava is protecting my kids. Don't worry. They are boldly taking on the arrow on their chest, which is sent to me, on me, attack on me. They are standing in between and taking it on their chest boldly. If I am giving the initiation in the next few days, Atmalinga initiation, if I am available to all of you, I want everyone in the Sangha to be grateful forever to Priyatattva and Ma Prana Priya. Because they are taking the arrow sent on me. Because they are taking the arrow, I am able to sit and give you all my initiation and spiritual knowledge. Forever in all my temples, they both will be deified. They both will be standing forever in all my temples as deities. For the torture they are facing, absolute false case, an absolute torture. Now the whole plan is out, open. The whole conspiracy is out in the open. Trying to get Nityanandita is not trying to get Nityanandita, it is trying to get a weapon to attack Nityananda. And I tell you, don't ever think I'm overacting, overreacting. You can see the whole plan, as I told long before, is clearly opening up. They're able to execute. Me revealing the plan ahead, are we having so much evidence? It's not stopping them. They're executing their plan. We will take everything and present it to judiciary. Let's see. But I wanted to tell all my devotees, as long as I am alive, I will be integrated to Paramashiva. My first commitment to Paramashiva, I will be available to download all the Paramashiva Jnana, Paramashiva Vijnana and reveal to all of you, share with the whole world. I'll continue all my initiations and all my spiritual work. If at all any of you, my devotees, can get few acre land in any of your country where we will not be harassed, abused, where we don't have to go through this torture, please inform registrar@kailasa.org, email ID. If you are able to protect, giving us simple peace to practice Hinduism, I am ready to start a Gurukul there. Let the kids live peacefully and practice Hinduism. No need to be force-fed the outside food. and no need to go through all this torture, abuse. Meena Joshi, you need to know, even going to judiciary and getting justice is not easy in India. It is very costly. Running every time, finding the right lawyer, and making the lawyer understand, all this takes a lot of time. And then money. Of course, Paramashiva's grace, all of you have given money to the Indian Sangha. There is money donated. I am not asking for money, but I am asking for hands, people to run around, trusted people who will not be sold to the opposite side, selling our legal strategies to them, who will not conspire against us. Those devoted, dedicated people, that is what we are. In short, we need time to take it to lawyer, and lawyer getting convinced and internalizing, and then he taking it to the judiciary, getting the remedy. Lot of work. And the people who are attacking are well coordinated. You see, they don't need people to attack. See, attack is too small, too easy. Only people who are protecting need a lot of people and money. People who are attacking, they don't need too much money or too much people. They can just use the state machinery. Media which is waiting for abusing the Hindus, Hindu practices, Hindu gurus, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, due to various reasons. The deluded negative media can be easily triggered by false accusations, because when you make negative news and sensation, you get eyeballs. Media is an industry. It is not searching for truth. It is searching for eyeballs. Don't you understand? Like recently I read an article. A big pharmaceutical industry CEO says, hey, we are not searching for cure. We are a business. We are searching for profit to expand our business, and we have shareholders. We are answerable to shareholders. And we have to make profit. Understand? Same way, media is not interested in truth. Media is interested in eyeballs. Sensationalism, negativity gets eyeballs. So understand that media can be triggered, and social media can be triggered to spread lies, and then the atmosphere can be created for lawfare, then file false cases, then in the name of investigation arrest people and torture. And you don't need much to convince the judiciary and the social system or people to start the attack, to initiate the attack. Because police themselves have enough power to do the arrest and all the things. If I was open in the society available, first they would have arrested me, but Fortunately for us and unfortunately for them, I am in Himalayas, little away from society in Kailasa. And for years before, I have withdrawn myself from any of the involvement with any organization or any social activities. I'm purely doing only my spiritual work. So, Meena Joshi, that's all is the clarifications I have for all your questions. And many people, devotees, were crying and asking the SMKT, what can we do? What can we do? The only solution we can do is some small bit of land in any one corner of the world, anywhere where we have freedom to practice Hinduism. With the grace of Paramashiva, any of you can get few acre land with the freedom to practice Hinduism. Without any harassment, where the religious freedom is absolute. We can have our Gurukul there. That is the only solution. That is the only solution I am seeing. I don't see any other solution. If you can convince your government and able to get few acre land where the Hindus have religious freedom to practice Hinduism, I wanted to assure you very clearly, we will practice only pure, absolute, time-tested, foolproof, Vedic, Agamic, Hindu tradition. We will not do anything violating human rights, violating the social standards of human rights. We will not do anything illegal, immoral, wrong things. We just want a peaceful atmosphere where the spiritual practice of Hinduism can continue, where me and the Gurukul Balasans can stay safely, where me and my sannyasinis can stay safely. Just few acre land. If you are able to get, please inform registrar at kailasa.org. That is the only way I see permanent solution for this problem. I don't see any other solution. And after this great pause and settling down, I am also now overflowing with the high energies and highest power manifestation signs. Now my body is ready to initiate people into levitation and materialization powers and further next level powers. We just need few acre land, some remote corner of the world where we are safe to live and practice Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Vedic Agamic Hinduism without being harassed, abused, arrested, tortured, jailed, poisoned, assassination attempts, character assassination, influenced, without going through all this torture. If we can have just few acre land some remote corner of the world. That is the only permanent solution we have. Till then, we will have to face all this. One thing I can tell you, Paramashiva's grace, Kalabhairava is protecting us, will protect us. That confidence I have, and I know that. But if you are all feeling, when will all this torture end? When can we start seeing Swamiji? When can we start the physical initiations and energy darshans programs to happen in physical presence of Swamiji? The only solution is, any of you devotees, if you have contacts with any of your country heads, and you are able to reach out and tell them what we are going through, make them understand all the suffering, harassment, torture done to us, and get us just few acre land where we have freedom to practice Hinduism as per the original Vedic Agamic traditions, where we don't need to face the attack of deluded people with false informations and false assumptions. See, there is a big phobia, Hindu phobia. One side Hindu phobic people are attacking me. Another side Hindu nation phobic people are attacking me. Both of them are not understanding I am not their enemy. I will not do anything bad to world. I am here absolutely to do only good, non-violent. The Hindu phobic and Hindu nation phobic, both gangs are ganging up together and attacking me due to their delusion, not knowing I am not their enemy. I have moved out of society long before. I am not claiming any territory. I am not claiming any land. பக்தருக்கு அனாதியானாலும் உலகிற்கு அனாதை. For devotees, I am Paramashiva. For the world, I am Paradesi. பக்தருக்கு பரமசிவன், உலகிற்கு பரதேசி. So if at all any of you are feeling, when will all this lawfare end? When we will have peaceful physical presence of Swamiji, where we can just live our life. We are not interested in anybody, any nation, any country. We are not interested in politics. We are not interested in attacking anybody. We are not enemies to anybody. We just want to live our life. So any of the devotees, if you are able to convince your nation head, leads, decision makers to get us few acre land, to have our Gurukul, and simple monastery, and our Hindu temple where we can practice Hinduism, Veda, Agamic tradition without being attacked, harassed, hounded, abused by social media, all the Hindu phobic and Hindu nation phobic elements. If we can get few acre land in that way, maybe that is the only solution. If any of you are able to convince your nation heads and able to get like that few acre land, I guarantee you, we will start physical energy darshans programs, initiations. I have not done any crime. I am not afraid of anybody. We just need few acre land where we can be safe without these assassination attempts, character assassination attempts, lawfare, and left to live our life peacefully. Then I can assure we can put an end to all these attacks and live happily, create the Kailasa space on planet Earth. And I have so much, I am waiting with so many amazing spiritual gifts to share with you all. We just need few acres land somewhere in some corner of the planet Earth where we will not be harassed, abused, hounded, to live our spiritual lifestyle. Let's see how things unfold, and I wanted all the devotees to know, when we are attacked, we should be ferocious. After winning the game, we should be humble. That is the definition of living enlightenment. That's the definition of living enlightenment. The same design attack, lawfares, assassination attempts, then filing false case, arresting and poisoning. See, first time they poisoned, and I detoxed myself with intense panchatapas and all that. They realized that this fellow has a capacity to detox himself. So the next time the dosage was increased heavily. And again I detoxed myself. And then the attempts became different type of attempts, like they decided to chop off the body to pieces. You see, if only body is not chopped off, I can detox and reuse the body. If body is chopped off, nothing can be done. So they changed the strategy for that. That is when I have to withdraw from the society to keep the body safe. So my first commitment to Paramashiva is kept alive. And anyhow, I came to satsang to assure all of you, we will continue our spiritual work. There will be initiations. Every day morning satsangs will be there. I'll be giving initiations. I'll start even doing 2 satsangs. See, I was not talking in Tamil. Tamil வாயை திறந்தனாலே ஏதாவது தகராறு பண்றானுங்க. எதையாவது நான் சொல்லி வச்சிடுறேன். இவனுங்களுக்கு தமிழும் புரிய மாட்டேங்குது. புரியலைன்னா சும்மாவும் இருக்க மாட்டேங்கிறானுங்க. மூலலிங்கத்துக்கும் மூலவர்லிங்கத்துக்கும் வித்தியாசம் தெரிய மாட்டேங்குது. எதையாவது நான் சொல்ல அவனுங்க எதையாவது கேஸை ஃபைல் பண்ணி வைக்கிறானுங்க. இதுக்கு ஆன்டிசிபேட்டரி பெயில் வாங்கிட்டு இருக்கிறதுக்கே ஓடுறதுக்கு டைம் சரியா இருக்கு. அதனால தான் தமிழ் சத்சங்கம் பேசாம சும்மா இருக்கேன். சீக்கிரம் வந்துடுறேன். இன்னொன்று, தமிழ்நாட்டில் எவனுக்காவது எந்த ப்ராப்ளம்னாலும் சரி, அட்டென்ஷனை திருப்பறதுக்கு நித்யானந்த ஒரு ஆளைத்தான் தேடுவானுங்க. ஊருக்கு இளைச்சவன் பிள்ளையார் கோயில் ஆண்டின்னு. யாருக்கு என்ன ப்ராப்ளம்னாலும், டேய் அட்டென்ஷனை டைவெர்ட் பண்ணும், எதையாவது பண்றா. அந்த அட்டென்ஷன் டைவெர்ட் பண்ற லிஸ்ட்ல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இருக்கிறது நித்யானந்தா தான். நித்யானந்த பேரா போட்டாலே போதுமடா, அட்டென்ஷன் மொத்தமா அவர்கிட்ட போயிடும். நான் என்ன பண்றது? ஆனா இந்த நேரத்திலையும் சிரிக்க நம்மளால தாண்டா முடியும். I just want to assure the devotees, don't worry, I am safe and I am blissful. I am in samadhi, I am blissful, I am in spiritual bliss, don't worry about me. And I'll continuously be available. We will have energy darshans, everything properly, regular initiations. And this Atmalinga process also, I have decided we will have once in every 15 days. So, and I am healthy. I am very healthy. And this detox process, this Kayakalpa Yoga process has done a very good job. Body is very healthy and very happy. And I am not eating. So, body is very happy and very healthy. I just want to assure all of you, I am happy, healthy, and will continue everyday morning satsang, and I will do my spiritual work. And I don't have time also to involve with any social work. I just want to thank everyone who is standing with Gujarat Yogini Sarvanya Pita and protecting our kids and our Sangha during this war time. I give my humble respects and love to all of you. You are all protecting me. Thank you, guys. Kala Bhairava is and will protect all of us. Whoever is standing with Sangha, supporting the Sangha, Kala Bhairava will stand with you. Kala Bhairava will protect you. That's all I can say. Many people are expecting me that I should curse the people who are trying to hurt me and the Sangha and Gurukul. Don't expect me to curse. I will only leave everything to Kala Bhairava. I leave everything to Mahakala Bhairava. Paramashiva is extremely just. Mahakala Bhairava is extremely just. I will absolutely trust Paramashiva, Parashakti, Mahakala Bhairava and surrender to them. Leave it to them to do their job. And I assure all of you, understand, Paramashiva is real, Parashakti is real, Mahakala Bhairava is real. He is protecting us. Do not underjudge his strategies. Even in Kali Yuga, soft powers cannot be destroyed by hard powers. Hinduism, Gurukul, power manifestation science. Kailasa is soft power. Cannot be destroyed by any hard power. Don't worry. In 2002, we have the first recorded evidence of the attack on me. Valamburijan, one person, tried. He himself gave the interview. I did not even reveal the information that, of course, he twisted and gave the interview that he sent a person to kill me with the knife, and then I woke up and something happened, that knife disappeared and that person got terrorized and ran away. He himself gave interview. Not that I told. It's not my words, it's his own words. Understand, from 2002, we have recorded evidences of assassination attempts, and then lawfare, character assassination attempts, everything. It's all proving two things. One, Paramashiva, Parashakti, Kalabhairava, Mahakalabhairava and Mahakali are protecting me, protecting Sangha. That's one. Second, I have a great work to do. There is a reason, need for me to be alive and to be functioning and contributing to the world. Because Paramashiva, Parashakti, Kalabhairava, Kali wants me to be alive and functioning, doing this great work. I am alive. I'll be alive and doing this great spiritual work of manifesting Paramashiva Jnana, Paramashiva Vijnana, the science of Kailasa, and establishing Kailasa. So Paramashiva, Parashakti, Mahakalabhairava, Mahakali are protecting me, protecting us, the Sangha. I think all these things are clear now. All my Gurukul Balasans, hats off to you guys. You guys are proving. You guys are literally manifestation of Paramashiva. Paramashiva, bless all of us to manifest the state, space, powers, being and super consciousness of Paramashiva. I am not arrogant. I cannot be cowed down. I also wanted to tell everyone, I wanted to clarify to the whole world. I do not communicate with any ashram authorities, with anyone other than this morning public satsang. This morning public satsang is the only thing. My communication with the world, all other times I just sit in samadhi. I don't communicate. I don't use anything, any method, any way to relate with anyone in the world with the world. Neither social media nor any communication gadgets. I don't use anything. I am only giving my public satsang, nothing else. இதையே மார்க் பண்ணி அதையும் ஆரையும் குறையுமா அங்கே இங்கே சேர்த்து நான் மூலலிங்கம்னு சொன்னா மூலவர்லிங்கம்னு சொன்னா இது ரெண்டுத்துக்கும் வித்தியாசம் புரியாமல் எதையாவது ஒரு கேஸை ஃபைல் பண்ணி வைக்கிறானுங்க, எதையாவது ஒன்றத்தை போட்டு வைக்கிறானுங்க. அதுக்குள்ளேயே நமக்கு டைம் சரியா இருக்கு ஓடுறதுக்கு அங்கே இங்கே. அதனால தான் பேசாமல் நிம்மதியாக இருக்கேன். I think that's all I have to say for as of now. I only heard that there are few more implants sitting inside the campus till now coordinating the attack from outside and revealing all our legal strategies to outside and all that I heard. I don't know how much it is true. So, just like you all, I also hear news from outside. That's all. I just request all the Adinavasis, Sannyasis to be very safe and brave and safe. Understand? One recipe for life. Powerfulness. Understand? Be Paramashiva. Be Mahakala Bhairava. Be Mahakali. Be Parashakti. Powerfulness. Don't worry about anything. Virodhi is the person who sends people from outside to attack the Gurukul. Drohi is the person who gives the information to the attackers. If you make them eat these foods, the kids will lose power. Don't worry, we are protected by Mahakala Bhairava. We are protected by Mahakala Bhairava. I assure all of you, we win. We won, we are winning, we will win. All the three. Be very clear. We won in the past, we are winning in the present, we will win in the future also. Don't worry. That's all I want to tell you guys. The essence of today's satsang. Let us create Kailasa to practice Hinduism. Some one corner of the world at least. Somewhere. Let us all start looking for that. That's all I can say. Let's reach out and tell the world and ask the world. Somebody will surely help us. Surely. Somebody is there out somewhere. Surely. Paramashiva's grace is on us. Paramashiva will send someone. We will have to just reach out. Paramashiva will show someone. Paramashiva and Parashakti will help us. Let's find place for Kailasa. Paramashiva's grace is there. Let's find place for Kailasa. The essence of today's satsang. Let's find place for Kailasa. Let's make Kailasa. That is the only safe method to end this constant harassment assassination attempts, persecution on us by Hindu phobic and Hindu nation phobic, both gangs. Both are deluded, not understanding I am not their enemy. That's all. Now, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.